Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the 22 Thotz podcast.
Welcome to the 22 Thotz podcast.
What's your boy G Will?
And your boy T.
We have a solid show for you today. What's been going on, ET?
A lot, but not a lot at the same time. Slowly, a lot of shit is just like changing.
Like what?
Like a lot of other countries forming together to create their own currency. Shit like that. I don't know.
Wait, who's doing that?
China, Russia, a whole list of other countries.
Is it trying to be like a global currency? Like
it's just gonna be their own current. They're gonna like it's not so like the US dollar is not gonna be like that name. Yeah. So we're already.
I mean, that's the smartest idea. If you want to like devalue anything, you add competitors to it that are actually legit competitors. You're not gonna do shit with the US dollar.
Think about it, like
miss me with that. Like
just think about it, bro. Like all the shit we have is like read it. It's on the back. It's like made in China, made in Taiwan.
That's true. That's facts.
Like everything. Like fuck.
That's very, very true. That doesn't mean.
And did you ever like hear the wordplay about for money? Like yen. You know what a million? You know what yen is?
It's like what?
Chinese money.
Yeah, I know what yen is.
A million.
Yen, that's what they.
A billion. A billion.
What's the value
of? What, bruh?
What's the value of yen compared to the US dollar?
I'm sure it's not like its value as a US dollar, but I'm sure it's or
yen
there.
Could be some shit, some fucking word in Chinese. Like I don't know. I don't speak
yen.
Fucking Mandarin.
Look up yen right now. It's like I'm sure it's gonna say like a Chinese like currency or something.
I know yen is a currency. Like they use yen, but like it probably could mean like shoe in Mandarin or some shit, and we just don't know.
I don't know, bro. But if you hear the correlation, those like million and dealing with yens.
That is,
and that's kind of. Whew.
I mean, yeah, they're not gonna make a currency that fucking takes over the US dollar in terms of the world, the importance of the world, because no one. Because if I take a dollar to fucking Venezuela, I have fucking $100. If I take a dollar to the Philippines, I have fucking $20. Like people respect the US dollar over the fucking world.
They do, but if they give them something just as good, why would people not try to go for that as well?
I mean, everyone has access to crypto. Crypto essentially was just
not
for
really.
A little bit. A lot of people have more than you think. People have access.
Crypto is a different game. Crypto is like so much harder to get into. Like most of the crypto is bought by like a handful of people. Like it's literally a handful of people that have all the crypto. Like it's not even like,
and they're like controlling the whole.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It is. Because it's going to be like a handful of people controlling this Russian, Chinese currency as well. I mean, I feel like China's just.
And there's not just them. There's a lot of different countries that are signing off to be on that. To
be their own.
To join with them.
Okay. To use that as the main.
Yeah.
That is kind of wild, to be honest.
Well, fucked.
We will see how that goes.
If that shit's really gonna happen, then there's no good outcome.
I mean, our shit's already fucking collapsing.
Yeah. So if this happens too, it's over. It's over.
This is knockout blow.
Better start growing your own food. Low-key, if you don't know how to grow your own food, like that should be an option you might want to consider. Me too.
Learn from the GOAT, Janelle.
That nigga, bro.
Follow Janelle.
Janelle Tames.
Follow Janelle Tames. He knows the way.
He does.
Yeah.
That dude's going viral. It's so fucking
That's hella funny. That's so fucking funny. I had a fat bag of Skittles. This girl left this bag of Skittles in my car.
And you're just like, ugh, I don't even want these.
I know, I was going crazy on the Skittles. I was like, I don't give a shit. It was like way after. It was like a few days ago. It was way after I seen this shit too. I don't care about this.
I get it, but it's like there's hella other shit. There's hella other shit in these candies that we eat.
Bro, that is bad for you. It's candy. It's bad for you. Shock. You're gonna sue. Like I'm gonna sue Six Flags for making me scared on a roller coaster. Like, what do you think this shit is? Like, it's candy. You're not paying for to be nourished like candy. You're paying for it to be good,
to be healthy.
You're not paying for it to be healthy. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, and I think he knows that, but it's just the fact that like he's the only one. I don't know, like got that attention from it.
Yeah, no, good for that.
Just from reading.
I respect that.
I do too. Janelle Tames is a legend. He's crazy, but he's a legend.
What a legend. He is a legend. Who else is crazy? Do you know who else is crazy?
I don't. Well, everyone?
I mean, everyone has a bit of crazy. Craziness is a spectrum. You know, everything is a spectrum. We're all here sometimes, and we're all there sometimes in every way. Just all the time. Another crazy person. Did we say like and subscribe? Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Fuck. Damn it. Like.
Well, you know the vibes.
Subscribe. You fuck with the vibes. And we pull up with knives. Like British wives.
Okay. That's 22 Geo right there. That's not GW.
You know who else is crazy? Fucking Trump for saying what he said about trans people, or not trans people, but what he said about the WNBA. Right.
I didn't hear what he said about that.
You didn't hear that? I mean, I think it was hella recent. I think I just seen something post on it like 2 hours ago. He was like, I'm not gonna do a Trump impression, but he was like, I would be the greatest fucking WNBA coach of all time. Cause I'm not a big fan. I like Michael Jordan better, but I would just ask LeBron, yo, like, you want to be a girl? And we would just be up by 70 every game. That's what he said. That's so wild to say.
I mean, what you gonna do? Bash him? Then you're like not like
you're transphobic.
You're transphobic, bro. Like, come on. Like, everybody deserves to play.
Exactly.
If he's a woman, he says he's a woman, then he's a woman. You can't say he's not.
That's how LeBron feels.
Like, come on. Like,
that's how LeBron feels. You can't argue with that.
But if you turn a woman into a man, he's not gonna play.
He's not. I mean,
he's not playing. He's not gonna make the league. He's not gonna make it.
We haven't seen it. We'll see. Hey, give it a shot.
Not happening.
Give it a shot.
Not happening.
For a minute, bro, people were really saying Brittany Griner could play in the league for a minute.
No, she can.
People were saying that dumb shit, bro. That shit was pissing me off at that, bro. Oh my god.
She's I could beat DeMarcus Cousins and shit. Like, no, you can't. You couldn't even beat DeMarcus Cousins when he tore like his ACL and shit.
Exactly.
He'll beat you on one leg.
Dog you. That nigga has 100 pounds on you. Just because your voice is just as deep as that nigga doesn't mean you're gonna fucking play good.
You can barely dunk as big as you are. Like, she can barely dunk.
Like, there are
like she'd be barely making it. Like,
barely getting up there.
I don't know.
But what's crazy is there are, like, I do see a lot more videos like of high school girls like getting up there now. Or like I'll see like
it's becoming a lot more like girls dunk. Yeah, they can dunk.
It's interesting because like 10 years ago, that shit was not at all like
non-existent. One girl dunked and I was like,
oh, fuck. Everybody's like, oh, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I remember even just 4 years ago, Keldon Johnson, and he's an NBA player who plays for the Spurs. He was in a high school dunk contest. That nigga did like I think he did a 360 windmill. Or no. He just did it East Bay. Fuck, my audio's. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
He just did a regular East Bay. Like, but he's in high school. So that shit should be impressive. Through the legs like that, like easy. Like, and she just like went up and did a one-hand dunk, and this nigga was like,
everybody was like,
oh, the whole shit, like the way that it was so silent after he did it, and then the shit went crazy after she did it. That shit was funny. But I mean,
you want to root on those. You want to see them do it.
It's like an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron would not at all be an underdog ever. LeBronda would literally trade for all the best players on his team, and then he would just run the WNBA. And it would be the WNBA,
just like he does the NBA.
And it would be but it would be so much easier at that. It's so much easier.
It would bring a lot more money to the sport.
Yeah, exactly.
You women aren't really supporting the WNBA. LeBronda. I don't know. If LeBronda was in your league, I'm sure that would bring a lot more people over.
A lot more press. Especially a true woman like that. It's a true woman in the league.
He'll win like Woman of the Year and shit. Like,
that would be, bro. That would be. I think that is that next in LeBron's legacy. I mean, when maybe not now, but when LeBron's like 45 and he's like not really able to like do much in the league. No. That's next for me. Bro.
He'll just wait for Bronny to get to the league.
No, I'm saying like Bronny will already be in the league at that time. LeBron's like, fuck, like I'm too old. Like I already played with Bronny. I already passed that. I already accomplished that. I'm too old to. So
let me just turn into a girl and play in the WNBA at 45.
At 50, he could do it at 60. He could do it at 60.
Michael right now could play in the WNBA.
100%, not a joke. 100%. He's 66. Not a joke. 66.
Yeah, something around there. Yeah. He could definitely play in the WNBA.
He could compete for sure. Do you want to get into like? I have like a few like stories.
Go ahead.
What did you want to get into
though? Go ahead. No, either one with the story or whatever other one you were gonna bring up. Either one would be cool.
There was this woman who found out, I think it was in Texas, that her husband, she ran a daycare and her husband was touching the children at the daycare.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And she met him up in a hotel room and shot him. Killed him after finding that out. How do you feel about that?
Was this recent?
Yeah.
Well, first off, the guy should have already known off bat, like, oh, meet you at this hotel? Like, why? Like, what the fuck?
He's like, oh, I'm finna get it in tonight.
Especially if you guys are together. Why are you guys just gonna meet at this random hotel? Like,
at a random hotel. Like, he's like, oh, we're finna have a hotel. Like,
why shouldn't
like
I just tonight? Like, shouldn't I just go home? Shouldn't I just go home? Like, meet you at the house? But no.
No, all we're gonna meet at this hotel.
Get there.
Oh, he's like, okay.
I don't know.
Maybe he's like thinking they're gonna have a blast. Maybe he's thinking like,
oh yeah, he did.
He's like, she has no idea.
He got blasted full of holes.
She had a blast. She did.
6 feet deep. She had a blast. And he was just the fun. He was just the joke. But she had a blast.
Yeah, but he deserved it.
But I mean, hey, I hope it was worth it. I mean, you killed the guy, but he's probably going to jail now. So
yeah. I really wish she would have just let the man go to jail so she could be
justice for the kids. Yeah. Totally not gonna miss their teacher for being like a murderer.
Yeah.
But sure. That's not traumatizing, just as traumatizing, probably. But hey,
man.
You know, good work all around.
That people. Also is just way more traumatizing, isn't it? Just the guy being dead now. Like you get no resolution about it. It's just
nothing. What does this solve? Now you just have a bunch of kids that are traumatized from two different things.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
I get what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
She understand, but it's like, come on, you got to think things through. You can't just be like, oh, this is it. Bang, I'm gonna kill this nigga. Like,
fuck him though. Fuck him. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, fuck him. You know, he doesn't really deserve it. I mean, why
didn't you just like, hey, police? Like that would.
Bro, like just let this nigga go to jail, bro. You got fucked up in jail. Like,
but I have to do it. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool too. Shit. I mean, why not?
I wish I would have done more research because I could have seen what happened to her after.
Yeah, but I mean, she's a female, and it probably looks like a little decent in the judge's eye, maybe. So she might not get like hella long.
She probably got like 2 weeks. She probably got 2 weeks. Real talk.
2 weeks in community service. 2 weeks in community service, bro.
And she has to take like.
If it was a reverse, 50 years, no parole and no bail. Like, he's gonna die inside the prison. Because cap. Like someone.
No cap. I do have a very close family friend that literally most traumatizing shit of like that you can imagine. Most traumatizing shit that you could imagine. Shot, her mother was shot in front of her by her father when she was 5.
Oh my God.
And yeah. And he got 7 years, I think.
The dad? What?
Yeah.
7 years?
So sometimes it also goes the other way. And bullshit.
How the hell did he only get 7 years? He's out. He's out. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Was it at least in like self-defense? Like, or did he just like tonight you die? Like,
I think that was self-defense.
I don't think so. What the fuck? 7 years? That's crazy.
He should definitely have gotten life, if anything.
Well, that's a very rare case where justice was not served.
Yeah. So sometimes it does go the other way. I do wish I did more research and saw what she got, but she could have handled that better.
Yeah, me too.
She could have handled that better. She shot it. She blasted it. That's crazy. The nuts on her though. She got sacked. Like she's like, what do I do?
Didn't care.
She didn't give a fuck.
I guess she just felt so betrayed. She's like, I brought you to my job full of these kids that I love.
Yeah, and you bitch ass.
And you touching on them.
You don't do that. He probably acted like the coolest nigga too. Like acted like greatest nigga. She was probably like.
And then she said,
like something's too perfect. And he said,
wait, okay, hold up. So this is what we're doing? All right, bitch. All right, bet. He's like, all right, bet. And she's like, yeah, I know what you did, nigga. She's like, get in the fucking bathroom, bruh, and strip.
Yeah. She's like, fucking here. Tosses him a jar of peanut butter. It's like, what is this for? Do whatever you want with it. Figure it out. And he just lathers it. And then she just gets like a group of bees in a little container. And then they all attack him.
Conniving.
Honestly,
hopefully she doesn't get that much time for this.
I could have spent this time looking it up. Truly could have.
I feel like her heart was in the right place.
Her heart was in the right place.
Just not the right time.
It's too late for me to look it up.
But did you hear about that Saudi Arabia is building like this city, but it's called like the Line. So pretty much it's like in like I forgot how many miles they said, but it's pretty long. And then pretty much everything's supposed to be like stacked. So it's this, they're gonna build like this place where there's not really like a bunch of like land. I mean, a lot of shit around, except for like the nature and shit. And it's just gonna be like this long line stretching miles across. They said it would, like, if you walked, it would take you like some set amount of hours just to like walk the whole thing. I think it was like at least like 24, like if you walked like from end to end. And pretty much it's just going to be stacked, and it's going to be like 3-dimensional, all this shit. It's going to be like no emissions. It's just going to be supposed to be like this kind of like futuristic-esque place.
Well, how are
they're going to have like,
around?
Well, pretty much they're going to have like transportation that can take you across the whole thing. It's supposed to get you across from one end to the other end in 20 minutes. And then they're going to have like AI and personal shit and a whole bunch of other shit just like helping around as well. It's pretty cool, but I mean,
that's cool.
I don't know. That's just one of the projects that they have, but it's pretty cool. It's like stacked, and it's going to be like different, kind of like communities, and then they're just going to be like stacked, and you can just, everything is supposed to be like not too far from wherever you are. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Are they gonna have like elevators and shit?
Of course, I can imagine.
I wonder what
no carbon emissions and shit. They said that it would be able to hold, I think, like 9 million people.
That's like what?
I have to rewatch the video, but I think it said like 9 million. Or they're estimated to be like to fit like 9 million.
New York? Is that like New York? Hey Siri, what's the population?
They did like a diagram with like how it would look over New York too. If, like New York did the same thing.
201,249.
New York was 20.
That's way more.
Yeah, fuck.
It's way more.
Shit. Where is it? What would it be comparable to then?
What do you mean?
In terms of like how big it would be.
I have to watch the video again, but it's long. It's pretty long. I have to see how long it is again, but it's stretching pretty long, miles.
The rent finna be fucking
out the roof. Out the roof. And it's in Saudi Arabia, so I mean,
shit.
Only really people who can afford that are, I'm sure.
We're finna take a trip up there. 22 Thotz trip.
22 Thotz.
To the fucking to the stacked Saudi city.
It's part of their 2030 plan, so it's probably not going to be like anytime in the near future. But
not bro, in about 15 years, bro. We got 15 years. We 22 Thotz got 15 years to before the trip. Let's get it. We got time.
Let's get prepared. I'm sure they're gonna have like hotels and shit there. That'd be hella cool to visit, though.
Yeah, I Yeah, they're gonna
Probably
make it
at
a
the
tourism.
butt.
They probably will.
But
Oh yeah, it'll be $2,000 a night. Yeah. And I really think that type of city is probably gonna predominantly be like a tourism type attractions situation.
oh yeah, it's kind of supposed to be like a Dubai or something.
Thing. Yeah. So they're just gonna make money off of it. Maybe not $2,000. Realistically, definitely like a night. Genuinely,
Yeah,
like 1,100.
1,000.
Genuinely,
Yeah, 1,000 something.
Crazy.
1,200.
1,200. Like for a night, you really have, bro. Who has money like that? Like, people have money like that.
People.
I'm not saying that that's even that crazy
like
of
that.
money. That's not, but like,
not if we switch all of our money to yen.
whoo, that's not what it's not gonna be called yen. It'll be called something else. It'll be called.
I know. I'm just yeah.
Yeah, it'll be called like, I don't know. What would it be called?
I don't know. We'll see what they say. More people start joining on, being like, yeah, then shit, then it'll probably be more recent than expected, probably.
Yeah. Fuck. That city might not. I don't know. It'll run off of that shit for sure, because that currency will be created by that time.
It's supposed to be like 100% like renewable energy. Like the water is supposed to be all like renewable and shit too.
Bro, that with Tenochtitlan, are they they're trying to create like a irrigation, like a natural irrigation system in the.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like some. Yeah, it's not supposed to be like no carbon emissions and shit. Like there's nature and mountains supposed to be next to it. So I don't know.
Chill out with that. Everywhere should be like that. Like everywhere should be like that. Everywhere.
It's not though.
So, why do it there? Why do they?
It's not really too much in Saudi Arabia, so it's pretty much a lot of space to build it. Why not?
How come I don't get that shit?
And they're trying to build it in a place where like everybody in the world can go to it pretty easily, like 6 hours.
Really?
6 hour flight from most places. Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Huh.
So
it's not gonna be like crazy 18.
It's just gonna be hot as booty. That's it. Hot as fuck.
It'll be yeah. Damn.
Scorching.
It'll be scorching out there. But
scorching.
To have AC, they'll be prepared for that.
No, yeah.
There's hotter places.
I have to cut this one a little short today.
All right. Real quick.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Is your mom here?
I'm just gonna say it just in case we forget. Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to say. Just put a letter. Mm-hmm. Please, just put a letter. You don't have to say anything. Just put a letter. Just comment H.
Just do like this, like a whatever.
Or an emoji. Or what you're feeling. Just comment whatever emoji
anything
that you're feeling at the moment.
Just put the first emoji that's there. Just put the first emoji.
We should start doing that. Just telling them to comment like one thing.
Put the emoji you feel about this pod.
Yeah. It could be this. It could be thumbs down. Could be. I don't know if there's a thumbs down emoji, but it could be. I
think there is. Yeah.
We'll take it. But thank you guys for on the 22 Thotz podcast. Thank you guys, and you fuck with us.
Fuck with you, baby.
You're 22.
It's 22.